Ready anytime? Okay. Joe grew up in a New Hampshire mill town, and it was a good life. But after a while, he needed more, so off he went to college, got himself a job in Washington, D.C., and traveled internationally. That was a great life, but there was something about small town New Hampshire that he missed, so he went back to see the old homestead. And as he's walking down the street, Joe sees his old classmate, Lenny. He can't believe his eyes. It's been 30 years. He says, "Lenny, do you know who I am?" "Well, hello, Joe. Sure, I remember you. Gosh, it's been a long time. Where you been, Joe?" "Well, Lenny, I've been traveling the world. I've had a really fortunate career, but at the same time, I miss New Hampshire, so I had to come back and see it. What's new around here, Lenny?" "Oh, Joe, there's so much new. The liquor store moved, you know. And we got a stop sign now. And on top of that, the mill is still open." "Well, the mill's still open? That is fantastic, because it doesn't really happen too often in New Hampshire life." He said, "Yup, I got 25 years in at the mill, doing real well, and I'm shooting for 30. "Lenny, I'm so happy for you. What do you do at the mill?" He said, "Well, I'm a diesel fitter." He said, "You're a diesel fitter? A diesel fitter? Wow, mill technology has really changed. What do you do as a diesel fitter?" He said, "Well, diesel fitter, Joe, that's part of quality control. We call it QC. He said, yeah, I've heard of QC, but I still don't understand what diesel fitting has to do with quality control." He said, "Well, you see, the mill had to change years ago, and they took on the pantyhose line. So they make pantyhose now." Joe says, "I really don't know, Lenny, how in the world this all makes sense." He says, "Oh, it's so simple, Joe. I'm part of quality control. When the pantyhose comes off the line, I pick them up, I hold them up, and I say, 'Yup, diesel fitter.'"
Pinkerton.